Hello, good people. I hope you are well from wherever you are. Welcome to this channel, Nimrod Reacts. So, Francisco Oliveira from California says that he wants his vote back, a self-proclaimed Donald Trump supporter. So, without talking too much, let's jump into this video and see why Francisco Oliveira wants his vote back. We'll talk maybe after the video. Thanks. Enjoy.
You voted for Trump. How do you feel now?
Horrible. Horrible.
What did you vote for?
I voted for change, but I didn't vote for this change.
Through tears, wearing an ICE-issued uniform, Cynthia Oliveira begs the Canadian government for help. She says her nightmare started on June 13th when she went to her green card interview. You thought you were going to be getting your green card, but instead they arrested you. Did they trick you?
Yes. They said, look, she's getting deported immediately.
He supported Donald Trump. His whole entire family supported Donald Trump, and now she sits in an ICE detention center awaiting deportation. She's from Canada, and get this, she was picked up at her green card appointment. So she was going to an appointment. This was in line with her getting her green card, and that is where they detained her. Now, as you can see in her interview, she also supported Donald Trump. She couldn't vote for him because she's undocumented, but she supported him and supported her husband and her husband's family for Donald Trump. And I don't know what to say because we told you this was going to happen. They all think, well, he was only supposed to deport the criminals. We told you that meant you as well. They think that you are a criminal. And it's just frustrating because the Latinos for Trump community was so loud, so boisterous. They made their entire fucking existence known the whole election cycle, telling us that we were wrong and we had no idea what we were talking about. And now the Latinos for Trump community is getting wrecked across the nation. This was one of many stories. There were so many I didn't know who to pick. This is happening everywhere. So Latinos for Trump, think about next election. Think about midterms. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. You won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's Joe from Georgia. So, as we know, voting has its consequences. You vote for someone and you get what they say. Well, that's really coming back to haunt a family in California. Francisco Oliveira says he wants his vote back after supporting wholeheartedly Donald Trump in the 2024 election. He even said that he supported deportation of immigrants. But he said he was under the impression that it was criminals that were going to be deported, not law-abiding citizens, who happens to be his wife, Cynthia Oliveira, who's now sitting in an El Paso, Texas detention facility waiting her deportation to Canada. Now, she's the mother of 3 U.S.-born children, and she says the only crime she's ever committed was loving the United States of America and providing for her family. Now, she was apprehended, as I said, at court this week, and then she said she told ICE, as well as her husband, said they would buy a plane ticket and send her to Canada now. But they didn't. They arrested her, and she's sitting in a prison in El Paso, Texas. So she couldn't even deport herself. So, folks, if you're out there and you hear this and you know people who are illegally here, or undocumented people, go ahead and tell them, self-deport yourself to wherever you can go, or you will end up in an ICE detention facility. But the biggest thing is, Mr. Oliveira said this is not what he voted for, but this is what you got.
We have some big news right now. A Trump voter in California wants his vote back. He now has buyer's remorse after seeing his wife be detained by ICE during a routine interview with ICE officials. Francisco Oliveira spoke to California news station KGTV, where he says, "I want my vote back. I feel totally blindsided after his wife, Cynthia Oliveira, who is a Canadian national, was detained by ICE during a recent interview for permanent U.S. residency. Cynthia Oliveira is a 45-year-old Canadian national, mother of 3 U.S.-born children, has been in the United States since she was 10 years old, and yet was detained during a recent visit towards ICE offices. Her husband voted for Trump, his family voted for Trump, and now they're having buyer's remorse. As he told KGTV, he wants his vote back. Now his wife may soon be deported. He will be in the United States with his 3 children. More and more people who voted for Trump are clearly having buyer's remorse. Spread the word, follow along for more, and subscribe to my Substack at the link in bio to support my work.
Breaking news, another Latino voter that voted for Trump wants their vote back. Francisco Oliveras in California wants his vote back after he and his family supported Donald Trump. His wife going to a permanent residency meeting for her green card is detained by ICE and now appears is going to be deported out of the country. She's lived in the United States 25 years. Her name is Cynthia Oliveras. She's a Canadian national. She has worked, she has paid taxes. She again has 3 children and they live in California. Cisco said, I thought they were going to target dangerous criminals, not basically someone like my wife. Well, I guess you effed around and you found out, because Donald Trump, while he may have told you all that, how many things has he told you all that he doesn't do? Stephen Miller wants to deport everybody he can, and he doesn't care whether you're a criminal or not. Clearly doesn't care. Doesn't care how important you are to the economy or your family. So more Latinos that voted for Trump. What do y'all think about this? It's sad, and I don't want people deported, but you know what? You all knew this. You all knew this, and you trusted him, and you see what you get when you trust Donald Trump. By the way, KGTV, who he spoke with, did a complete search on Cynthia Oliveras, every database they could search, and they could not find any crimes that she's committed. She does not appear to be any type of dangerous criminal in any way whatsoever. But now it looks like she's going to be forced to leave the country, leave her husband, leave her job, leave her 3 children, because she's going legally to her meeting that she needed to go to lawfully gain her green card. That's it. That's her crime. That's her crime. And again, more and more of these are occurring. Latinos, y'all need to wake up. 2026 is coming, and you need to vote differently, because this is all you're going to get with Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem. What do you think you're going to get? I mean, really? They're showing you. Who do you think is going to be an alligator Alcatraz? And Laura Loomer, you know what she said? 65 million meals for the alligators. Happen to be 65 million Latinos in the United States. What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? Y'all better wake up. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, my burned out light bulbs, and all my Latinos. Y'all better start smelling the coffee and the roses, because guess what? They're going to be for you, and you're not going to like what you get.
Here's one for your guys' I didn't see that coming file. A Trump voting husband took his Canadian wife, mother of 3 US-born children, to her green card interview, where she was promptly arrested by ICE and flown off to an El Paso prison thousands of miles away. The husband is now saying that he wants his vote back because his wife is now being deported by ICE. His entire family voted for Trump, and now he is feeling a little bit of remorse. And as much as it would be easy to dunk on him for that, I want to say that this is the sad reality for a lot of families right now, and that this shouldn't be happening to anybody on either side. This good policy immigration that they are doing is targeting everyone. Let me translate a little bit. A highly trained mother is being deported, not a gangbanger, not a trafficker. This is getting to scary times, and people are starting to regret their decision. Follow me for more information, or follow someone you trust. Thanks for being here.
Breaking news. I want my vote back. Trump voters regret. After wife detained by ICE at green card interview, Canadian mom detained by ICE. Family regrets voting Trump. Trump voter's wife just got detained by ICE during her green card interview. That's exactly what happened in California. Francisco Oliveira, a self-identified Trump supporter, told KGTV, I want my vote back. I feel totally blindsided. His wife, Cynthia Oliveira, is a 45-year-old Canadian mom of 3 U.S.-born kids who's lived in the U.S. since she was 10. Despite working, paying taxes, and trying to legalize her status for years, ICE detained her during a routine interview for permanent residency. Now she's stuck in a detention center in Texas, facing deportation to Canada. Francisco and Cynthia both supported Trump in 2024, believing his promises to deport criminals wouldn't affect their family. But ICE labeled Cynthia an illegal alien for re-entering the U.S. after a deportation years ago, even though she's built a life here. This story is shaking up families who voted Trump. Would you still vote the same if your family was at risk? Drop your thoughts below.
So guys, after watching this video, do you think that what has just happened in California will affect how Latinos will vote in the next election, do you think that their voting patterns will change? Do you think that maybe the Democrats will get a larger share of the Latino votes compared to the Republicans? Just share your views in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Let's meet next time. Bye bye.